In this slide video, we will walk through how to deal with a locked baseline situation in Enterprise ANA Common Interface. This is the Iowa School Alerts web application that is one of over 300 applications offered by the state of Iowa that utilizes Enterprise ANA. To sign in to this application, you first click the Login button, which will open the Enterprise ANA Web Service application. This is the Enterprise ANA Common Interface sign-in screen, and you will have been sent to the sign-in view. If you have forgotten your password, you need to click the Forgot Password link found at the top of the page. On this screen, you have the ability to start the Retrieve a Password process. First, type in your full account ID in the Account ID text box, and then press the Retrieve Password button. If for some reason you do not have baseline questions, you will see the following error, which informs you to contact the State Service Desk for further assistance. Use the Report Issued to State Service Desk link to post a support request or to locate a phone number to call for assistance. You must provide your full account ID, full name, and email address to the service desk to receive assistance. The service desk will create a temporary password and provide it to you via email. Once you get the email, you will need to go back to the sign-in page and enter your account ID and the new temp password you receive from the service desk. If accepted, you will be directed to a screen to create new identity baseline questions for your account. You must set these up before you are allowed to proceed. After setting the identity baseline questions, you will be redirected to the application you tried to access initially, and no further action is needed. If you did not get the previous error, then you have baseline questions and will be redirected to the Forgot Password page, where you are asked to answer your identity baseline questions. Enter the answer to each of the identity baseline questions you created back when you established your account. Then press the Continue button. If you enter any of your identity baseline question answers incorrectly, then you will get an error and be asked to re-enter any you got incorrect. If you have incorrectly entered or answered your identity baseline questions too many times, you will get a new error message that informs you that you have exceeded the limit. At this point, you have locked your baseline questions, and the only way to proceed is to begin the baseline question reset process by clicking the Here link found in the middle of the screen. Upon clicking the Here link, you will see a new informational message that states an email has been sent to the email address on record that is associated with your account. At this point, you need to check your email. The email sent to you will contain information about the remaining steps and things to keep in mind as you proceed. Read the entire email so you understand everything, but for the sake of this video, the main thing you need to do to proceed is click the Reset URL link. Keep in mind that it may take some time for the email to show up, or it may have been marked as spam. If you have not received the email after an hour, you should consider trying the recovery process again or contact the State Service Desk for assistance. Upon clicking the Reset URL link, you will be sent to the Baseline Reset Confirmation view, where you will be presented a new temporary password. You will want to copy or write down this temporary password, as it will be needed in the next step. You can get to the next step by clicking the Continue button. You will now be back on the Enterprise ANA Common Interface site and should see the Sign-In view. Enter your account ID and the new temp password you were presented on the previous page, and then press the Sign In button. At this point, you will be asked to set up new identity baseline questions for your account. If everything went fine after logging in with the temp password, you will be sent to a screen where you will be asked to set up your security identity baseline questions, which are used should you ever forget your password. There are two different types of questions asked on this page. Some require you to pick from a list, while others ask you to make up your own questions. Note, you cannot use the same question for other selections. Once you have selected and entered your questions, you will want to answer them with answers that only you would know. Do not make these overly complex as to make it hard for you in the future to remember these. The answers are not case sensitive, but spaces will remain should you use a phrase rather than a single word. Note: you cannot use the same answer for more than one question. Since the answer input is masked for security reasons, you must type them in again to confirm the values you entered are what you wanted. Press the Save Identity Baseline button. If there is a problem, like you entered the same answers more than once, then you will remain on this screen and will get an error message. If everything looks fine, you will be sent on to set up your account password. On this screen, you will be asked to enter a password you would like to use for your new account. Enter a password of your choice in the first text box. Note: there are some password rules you need to follow, and they are listed further down the screen. Enter the same password again in the second text box so as to verify what you entered in the first text box is correct. Press the Save New Password button. This will change the password for your new account. If there is a problem, like you typed in a password that violates the password rules, you will remain on this screen and will get an error message. If the password is fine, you will be redirected to the sign-in screen where you are now ready to log in. On this screen, you can enter your account credentials to authenticate, and if successful, you will be redirected to the calling application you are wanting access to. If you need help on sign-in functionality, we have another slide video that will walk you through that process. You may see the following redirect notification screen after pressing the sign-in button. Hopefully it will only show for a very brief time, but if it happens to stay here very long, then this could indicate that the Iowa School Alerts app is rendering slow for some reason. There are many reasons why this could happen. We will describe a few of them on the redirect notification screen. We also provide a direct link you can click if you want to see if that helps things go quicker. Note: if you are not being redirected in a timely manner and the direct link does not work any better, you should report this issue to those responsible for the application you are trying to access. Many sites have a help information link. If you are not able to locate this information, you can also use the Help Reset URL provided to report it to the ANA support, and we will communicate it to the agency responsible for the application in question. Please provide the URL of the website you are trying to access so we know who to contact on your behalf. If all goes well, you will now be back at the Iowa School Alerts application and will be logged on and can use the app as necessary. Thanks for watching. Please enjoy our other slide videos about Enterprise ANA.